Shopping for a new central air conditioner and drowning in brand names, Carrier, Lennox, Trane, Goodman, Daikin, they all claim to be the best, and the badge on the box tells you almost nothing about what you'll actually pay or how happy you'll be in 5 years. So we did the work. We pulled the specs, the warranties, and the thousands of real owner reviews from our platform to break down the AC brands actually worth your money in 2026. What each one is great at, where it falls short, and who it's really for. So stick around to the end, because the single most important factor in this whole decision, well, it isn't a brand at all. First, why these brands and not others? So we focused on the names that you're realistically going to be quoted on across most of Canada and the US, the ones with broad availability and a dealer network near you, not niche imports that you'll struggle to get serviced. And we judge them on 4 things that actually matter on an AC. Efficiency, measured in SEER2, higher meaning lower summer electricity bills, compressor type, single stage is just on or off, 2-stage adds a gentler lower setting, and a variable speed ramps smoothly for the most even, quiet cooling. Noise in decibels, which matters a lot if the unit sits near a bedroom window or your neighbor's patio. And warranty, because a compressor is expensive to replace and coverage varies more than you would expect. All right, so let's get into it. First up, Carrier, the safe all-rounder, and probably the brand that you'll hear recommended the most. Now, Carrier's flagship variable speed unit, the Infinity 26 VNA1, hits 21 SEER 2 and earns one of the highest grades in our data. Now, what makes Carrier the default pick isn't any single spec. It's the balance plus the largest dealer network in North America. So you're more likely to find a qualified installer near you. On comfort, that flagship is genuinely quiet at part load, dropping to around 55 decibels, about the level of a quiet office, though it climbs into the low 70s at full output on the hottest days. It's backed by a 10-year parts and compressor warranty plus a 10-year unit replacement promise. One money-saving tip, Bryant is Carrier's sibling brand, built on the same engineering, often for less, so if a Bryant quote comes in cheaper, you're not giving up much. Next, Lennox, the brand to beat on pure efficiency. So if your top priority is the lowest possible electricity bill, this is the one. The Lennox SL28XCV is rated up to 28 SEER, the highest of any AC in this guide, with the SL25KCV right behind at 26 SEER 2. Both are variable speed, both earn our top overall grade, and Lennox backs them with a strong 10-year parts and compressor warranty. The trade-offs are real, though. Lennox sits at the premium end of the market, so you'll pay for that efficiency up front. And Lennox uses some proprietary parts, which can mean waiting on Lennox-specific components for a repair rather than universal ones. For a homeowner in a long, hot climate who plans to stay put, the energy savings can pay that premium back. For a milder Canadian summer, you may never run it enough to justify it. Now to the value champions. Goodman and Amana, both part of the same family as Daikin. Goodman is the classic budget smart play. Its flagship, the GSXV9, is a variable speed unit at 22.5 SEER 2, premium level efficiency, typically priced well below Carrier or Lennox, and it comes with a lifetime compressor warranty. Then there's Amana, Goodman's near twin. Step up to the Amana ASXV9 at 23.5 SEER 2, and you get the best warranty in this entire guide. Lifetime compressor and lifetime unit replacement. So if the compressor fails years down the road, Amana replaces the whole outdoor unit. The honest trade-off with both, they're not the quiet ones. These units run in the low to mid 70 decibel range, so think a dishwasher in the next room, so positioning the unit away from bedrooms matters. But on dollars per feature and on coverage, this family is hard to beat. So if your priority is buying once and then forgetting about it, Trane has spent decades earning that reputation. Its flagship variable speed unit, the XV20i True Comfort, comes in at 21.5 SEER 2 with a top-tier grade, and owner feedback skews heavily towards set it and forget it. Trane isn't the cheapest, and on noise it lands mid-pack, upper mid-60s to mid-70s. So the same placement advice applies. But if durability and resale confidence are what you're after, it is a brand that consistently delivers. Here's one most buying guides skip. Rheem and its identical sibling Ruud quietly post some of the best all-around grades in our entire data set. So their variable speed units hit 20 SEER 2 with a strong 10-year warranty that includes unit replacement, and they typically cost less than the marquee names. So if you want premium tier coverage and performance without paying for the badge, get a Rheem or Ruud quote alongside your carrier or Trane. It's the value shopper's quiet winner. Here's the thing I promise at the top. The single biggest factor in whether you'll be happy with your AC isn't the brand, it's the installer. A correctly sized, properly charged mid-tier unit will outperform a premium one that was rushed in. So get 3 quotes, ask each contractor how they're sizing the system, and weigh the installer as heavily as the badge on the box. 2 quick notes before we wrap. If you're on a tighter budget or cooling a smaller or milder space, single stage units from brands like Payne, Napoleon, or Continental cool perfectly well for less. So you're just giving up the comfort refinements. And you'll notice a refrigerant shift happening right now. Newer models are moving to R32 or R454B, lower impact refrigerants replacing the older R410A. So if you can get a next generation refrigerant model, it is the more future-proof choice. So the short version, Carrier is the safe all-arounder and the easiest to get installed well. Lennox wins on efficiency if you run it enough to bank the savings. Goodman is the value pick with Amana right beside it for an unbeatable warranty. Trane is the one you buy to last, and Rheem and Ruud are the smart money sleepers worth a quote. Match the brands to the priority that matters most to you. And remember, the right installer matters more than any logo. For the full breakdown, every model, real owner ratings, warranty details, and cost calculators, head to FurnacePrices.ca. And if this helped, hit like and subscribe for more honest HVAC advice. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your AC search.